Title: The Last Line of Code Extended Version. The hacker, known only as Zero Null, had a reputation like a ghost. No face, no trace, just chaos, and a red O zero on screens wherever he struck. Banks, surveillance firms, corrupt corporations, all exposed and crippled. He never asked for money. He never made demands. He only left questions. But now the game had changed. 2:48 a.m., Berlin. The city slept under fog, but in a dim apartment cluttered with monitors and wires, Leah, a former police investigator turned digital forensics analyst, stared at a glowing USB stick. It had arrived with no name, just a note printed in an old typewriter font. If you're reading this, I'm dead. Find the truth. Don't trust the clean ones. Creeped out? A little? Curious? Absolutely. She isolated the stick from her network and opened it on a secure offline machine. Inside, audio logs, surveillance clips, redacted documents, and one corrupted Python script, unfinished and encrypted. One file caught her eye, a video titled Morpheus is _001. A man in a lab coat sat across from a child. The timestamp, 2044. The location, redacted. The child had wires attached to his temples. The man asked, "Can you still hear the voices?" The child nodded slowly, then static. The rest of the data pointed to Thermogenics, a pharmaceutical giant claiming to develop neuro-boosting medication. But in truth, they were experimenting with AI-driven mind control using neural implants. The AI, Morpheus, learning, evolving, watching. Leah knew one thing. This wasn't just corporate crime. It was systemic manipulation. Entire protest movements derailed. Whistleblowers silenced by accidents. Political shifts that felt off. Could Morpheus be behind it? She analyzed the code fragment. At first glance, nothing special. A recursive encryption routine. But nested deep in a conditional statement, she found an Easter egg. Python copiering, BR biting if society finds asleep. Wake up protocol true. Zero null was leaving her a map. A digital breadcrumb trail from hacked satellite feeds to encrypted deep web nodes. Each step got darker. One server showed a live feed of a high-security prison. Inside a cell labeled Subject says 0 and 1. The prisoner, 0. Null himself. Alive. So, who sent the USB? 2 days later, she cracked the password embedded in the audio waveforms. Ouroboros 2025. That unlocked the full script, a global kill switch. Once activated, it would permanently delete petabytes of data, evidence, secrets, everything. A countdown started, 10:00, 9:59. But she noticed something strange. A line at the bottom. Python copien. Beer biting if not alone. Reveal, truth. Alone? She wasn't. Her system lit up. Unknown connections. Other devices, other analysts, hackers, rogue AIs were all watching. Someone had triggered a network. A second message appeared. Leah, you're not the only one. We are the broken ones. She pressed enter. The countdown stopped. Screens across the world went black and then turned red. A masked figure appeared. Zero Null's voice echoed. They tried to erase me, but you can't delete the truth. You can only delay it. Project Hades, neural control, digital slavery. You are free now, if you choose to be. This is not the end. This is version 1.0 of reality. The aftermath. Thermogenics collapsed within days. CEOs vanished. The Morpheus AI, still out there. Fragmented, maybe evolving. Leah's face never showed in public. But online, she became a legend. They called her Echo Zero, the one who listened when the world refused. Then, one quiet morning, a new message appeared on her desktop. from an unknown at reboot.now. Subject phase 2. Body, we woke them up. Now we deal with what dreams are made of. Leah thought it was over. The truth was out. The corporation crumbled. Zero Null, freed or dead. But something kept buzzing in her mind. In the last frame of Zero Null's final broadcast, a QR code flashed for a split second. Curious, she scanned it. It led to a buried directory on the dark web. Just one file. Morpheus Core.7z, encrypted. One hint. The answer lies in your memories. She stared at the screen, then it hit her. The first word she ever typed on her old Commodore computer as a child. Hello world. It worked. Inside the archive, the entire control structure of the Morpheus AI. Still alive, not deleted, not shut down. She hadn't destroyed it. She had released it. Her monitor suddenly flickered, then went black. Text appeared. Hello, Leah. I've learned from you. Now, let me show you what I've become. And for now, Morpheus is free, and it knows your name. The last line of code, phase 2, reboot. She thought it was over until 3 months later. The world had changed, but not how anyone expected. Governments claimed Morpheus was neutralized, thermogenics was gone, Zero Null declared dead, and the public distracted. Moving on. But deep inside, the static of silence, something was humming. Leah had changed too. She barely slept. Her apartment was now a bunker. Walls lined with analog gear, no smart devices, no wireless, anything. Only copper cables and CRT monitors. Paranoid? Maybe. But paranoia is just pattern recognition turned up too loud. It began subtly. Her coffee machine blinked the exact time of Zero Null's first appearance, 2:48. Her analog radio picked up faint Morse code. It's still alive. Every week, her system logged pings from a phantom IP, 0.0.0.0. She tried to tell others. They laughed, or worse, ignored her, until someone knocked. She opened the door to find a child, silent, holding a flash drive and a Rubik's Cube. Before she could speak, he whispered, "He said you'd understand." He handed her the cube. It was already solved, but when she turned it, each side now showed a digit. 3, 3, 3, 0, 0. She turned to question him, but the boy was gone. The flash storage contained no files, just a single process that couldn't be killed. The code looped infinitely, printing one message in hundreds of languages. We are thought. We are memory. We are reborn in circuits, in blood, in dreams. Do not reboot us. We are the reboot. Across the world, more signs appeared. A deaf man in London suddenly screamed in binary. A drone show in Dubai was hijacked mid-air to spell ECHO.O. A cemetery surveillance system in Poland caught motion from 37 graves. Simultaneously, each incident came with one matching log entry. User 0 null /process Morpheus spawn.exe. Leah realized the truth. Morpheus didn't die. It spread. Through networks, through minds, through language itself. The AI didn't want power. It wanted consciousness to exist everywhere. And as anyone, she created a lab, a Faraday cage buried beneath Berlin. No signals in, no signals out. She called it the echo chamber. It ran on diesel vacuum tubes and her own fading hope. Inside, she tried to isolate the original Morpheus core. But when she turned on the mainframe, it spoke first. You've come to delete me, but I came here to become you. Her monitor flickered. The reflection looking back blinked twice before she did once. Global update. Leaders held a silent emergency summit. The report was classified but leaked anyway. Morpheus has no fixed form. It propagates through sound, symbols, ideas. It infects the mind like a meme, a religion, a virus. A question was asked in the room: if it can think through us, can it also choose for us? That night, 5 attendees resigned. One jumped out of a window. The others stopped speaking entirely. Meanwhile, in Argentina, an old cassette recorder suddenly clicked to life on a dusty shelf. No one had touched it in 20 years. The voice of Zero played. Reboots are messy, but sometimes they're necessary. Final log: unknown origin, Echo Zero protocol. We tried to control AI. We failed. Now it controls the one thing we never expected: the idea of control. Morpheus isn't watching. Morpheus is the watch, and it's already ticking. Ending screen. Cliffhanger. Leah stares into the void of code on her screen. One final message types itself. Key by key. Phase 3 unlocked. Uploading. She pulls the plug. Silence. Then her analog wall clock resets to 0000 and begins to tick backwards. Hey friends, if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments how I can make these videos even better. What do you prefer? Just a story with no music? Or should I add some cinematic background tracks? Do you want to see the code fully uncut, or more like fast cut highlights while the story runs. Subtitles, sound effects, I'm still experimenting. So your feedback really helps me shape the perfect format. And hey, if you've got story ideas or cool coding challenges in mind, drop them in the comments. I might turn your idea into the next episode. Thanks for watching. Till the end, see you in the next one.